Now that we're talking about movies, let's go ahead and talk about Scarlett Johansson and what she was going through.
So most of these movies this summer, they released in the theater and streaming at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So
which was a new thing.
How actors are paid is they're paid a percentage of how many box office tickets they sell, right? But if they're doing both of them at the same time, you're basically taking ticket sales away from the box office, right?
Right.
So Scarlett Johansson decided, well, she's not getting paid appropriately since they decided to stream it, that the stream should count as ticket sales.
100% agree with her.
Right? So
But they
she
just didn't know how to
sues
figure
Disney
that
to do that. Well, Scarlett and Disney settled lawsuit over Black Widow. Lawsuit, sorry.
Sorry, I didn't know if that was a word.
Scarlett Johansson and Disney settled their lawsuit over Black Widow.
But she was fighting them because they didn't want to pay her. And, like, good
The
for
question,
her. Huh?
Should stars be compensated the same if movies are released to streaming services?
Yes, and I think that because it was such a new thing, like, unless someone stood up for that, then it would have, you know what I'm saying? She paved the way for future actors and actresses to get paid fairly. Here's
what Disney's doing stupid, right? So when you go to a movie, you get to see that movie one time.
Right.
Right? Whereas when they're doing the streaming service, they are buying that movie forever. So to me, that's stupid. Like, if they got a family plan, like, charge them the $29, they get it for a week. I mean, and then make them re-buy it again when they want it on DVD or whatever it comes out in. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, our DVDs.
Because so Disney Plus is like basically screwing themselves. So instead of getting the fee twice, they're only getting it once. Right? So it doesn't make any sense to do it.
And then they're not paying they're just relying on the stream. How many people sign up for that streaming service?
Right. So they got like $160 million from the streams. And like $160 million from the box office.
How do they know that number for the streaming?
Because that's how many
people bought it.
So it was $29.
Because like I could buy it for $29, invite my whole family and friends, and have
so it's just the amount of money. It's not the amount of ticket sales. Like that's not how it works.
Yeah, so I don't think that's right either.
You know.
And how many people share people's accounts? Like,
right.
You know, it's really doing the actors and Disney, like you said.
But I understand why Disney was doing it, because they're just trying to bail themselves out.
They're just trying to make money during COVID.
And they got a $100 million movie. Like,
they didn't think about the actors and actresses in that situation. They thought about themselves.
Well, they had already paid them, right? So they're just trying to get their money back. I get it, but Scarlett is basically giving them 10 years of her life.
For sure.
To that character, so for them, they basically stole
money from her.
Yeah, so
good for her.
But I'm glad they were able to settle it and come into an agreement.
Right, like I said, she paved the way for future actors and actresses to get paid appropriately.
Because basically, anything that Warner Brothers made, all of that's streaming on HBO Max. So. And you can see which ones, when we go to the movies, you can see which ones are actually doing better. Yeah, it's the ones that aren't streaming, there's people there watching it. Which, I understand people feel like, they're risking death by going to see the movie, but that's just not, anyway.
Anyways, we're risking it. Just kidding.
I mean, we basically got private theaters. Like, we're basically like the only ones in there. There might be one other couple in there while we're watching a movie. It's like,
besides that one time when Venom came out,
right?
And we were late to the movie. We weren't late. Like, we didn't miss anything. We went in.
No, there was two shows. There was a 6 o'clock and a 7 o'clock. It was 6:20. We were like, let's just go to the 6 o'clock.
Right.
Don't worry about that.
We normally get there early so we can have a seat, eat some popcorn, chill, watch the previews, figure out what we want to go see next. But we're like, well, we're tired, so we can't wait till 7 o'clock. Let's just try to go to that movie. But yeah, for sure.
But yeah, actors and actresses should be paid for the streams if they're going to be doing stupid stuff, like not charging you twice for a movie. Like,
For real.
It doesn't make any sense.
Makes 0 sense. Go Scarlett. You go, girl. All right,
All right, so let's finish out the movies, and then that'll be it for this episode. What you say?
Okay, that's perfect.
All right, so
I wanted some dinner.
the new movies coming out in the fall and winter. Which ones are you looking forward to? Here's the list: Dune, Eternals,
Go slower.
Dune, Eternals, Ron's Gone Wild, Last Night in Soho, Halloween, Ghostbusters, Encanto, The Matrix, and Spider-Man.
All of them.
You're looking forward to all of them.
Yeah, you forgot the Jackass movie. I want to see that too.
Okay, Jackass, yeah.
I literally laugh every time that preview comes on. Like, I laugh, and it's just funny every time.
Right.
Like, every time. I laugh. I already know what's going to happen, and I still laugh every time, out loud.
I'm pretty sure every time that pitcher hits the guy in the nuts,
I crack up. I'm cracking up.
even though he's got a cup on.
That still hurts. Let me put a cup over you and throw a
I
ball
know.
up
I used
there.
to be a catcher. I understand.
Does it hurt?
Yeah, it hurts.
It just doesn't damage anything.
Yeah.
You don't have to take a timeout when someone does that.
You gotta walk it off a little bit.
Okay. I was just curious about that.
So you're most looking forward to Jackass.
No, I mean, not really. I mean, that's just...
That's the
one of
preview
them.
that's more memorable.
Yeah. I think the Eternals is going to be funny. I mean, not funny. My bad. Eternals is going to be good.
So Dune is actually like a remake from the 80s, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I learned that today.
I don't even know what that's about. It looks like a desert and...
They're like
trying to conquer
you get
each
some
other.
you get some kind of extra, like you get some extra abilities because of what's on the planet or something. But
Interesting.
I think if Jason Momoa wasn't in it, like nobody would even be interested in the movie.
There's another famous guy in it.
Their previews just look boring.
Yeah, it does look boring. It doesn't really tell you much about it.
Right.
By their
It doesn't
preview.
explain like what's going on, basically.
But we're still going to go see that.
right.
Because we can
Um,
get the 3 movies a week. Oh, the Soho one. That looks creepy and I want to see it. It's like about this girl who dreams about this other girl and like basically solves her murder 40 years later by dreaming and becoming this girl in her dream. And then it just looks really good. Like, I want to see it. That probably, like, if that's not a book, then definitely should be a book.
I think they're kind of being lazy with Ghostbusters, like remaking Ghostbusters.
Because there was already 3 of them, so it's like...
But I guess The Matrix the same way. Even though everybody really wants to see The Matrix, I'm not really excited about Ghostbusters, but I am excited about The Matrix.
How many Matrix movies were there, though?
3.
Oh, okay, so it's the same amount.
Yeah.
Well,
this will be
Matrix
like a
isn't
fourth.
as
So they're gonna
old.
have 3. They're gonna have probably another trilogy of the
Matrix isn't as old as Ghostbusters.
Right.
So maybe that's why more people are excited about it.
And I think everybody's kind of interested to see what this multiverse is going to be for Spider-Man.
Oh, I want to see that.
And since
Doctor Strange?
Venom's end scene basically set up the Sinister Six to fight Spider-Man in the multiverse,
It's going to be pretty
I
good.
think that's kind of what they were kind of going for with Venom, because Venom's basically off in its own little thing. Like, it's different than the original Venom, because the symbiote is like attached to Spider-Man, Peter Parker, before it gets to Brock in the original. So this whole Venom spinoff has been kind of different. So it's very clear that it's kind of a multiverse.
Right.
Right. It's a multiverse version of Venom. So then that's going to go and be in the Sinister Six and fight Spider-Man, which is going to be pretty cool. So I'm pretty excited about Spider-Man, to be honest. But that's all the way in December.
December is only a month away. It's October 20th today.
Yeah.
So
It's
December
a little more
is
than a month.
legit
It's
a
like
month.
40-something
You're
days.
gonna blink
Anyway.
and it'll be your birthday.
Yeah, you better get ready, girl.
What are we doing?
Whatever. Make it happen. Make it
You just
happen.
want to spend time with me, ourselves. Whatever.
But those are the movies that are coming out. Those are the ones we're excited about.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Nate.
I'm Meredith.
And this is the So What You Want to Talk About podcast.
So, what you want to talk about?
Make sure you like,
comment,
subscribe,
share with a friend, buy some products,
and tell us what you want to talk about on the next episode of the So What You Want to Talk About podcast. Make sure you check out Ensorsale.com. Get you an American-made t-shirt.
Woo woo.
New designs every week.
That's right. Nate is just designing. He's in the shop.
Shout out to Savannah for the new designs that are up there. She had the ideas.
Go Savannah.
I just created them.
Woo.
Which I can do for you. I can make any custom shirt you want.
Yeah, he can.
So
request him.
we got no minimum orders, so it can be from one shirt to as many as you can think of.
That's right.
So
and y'all can buy my book if you hadn't already. Appreciate it.
London and the Googly Goo.
Hopefully I'll have another one coming out. I'm hoping before January. We'll see.
Okay.
I need to get started.
Started out. It's gonna be out in January. Okay.
I'm putting it into fruition.
That's right. Oh, you heard it first here on the podcast. Meredith's writing another book.
I'm doing it.
So
I just got nervous and I'm hungry.
you're always hungry. Anyway.
You're always hungry.
You're right. You're right. Anyway, So What You Want to Talk About podcast, signing out.
Bye.
Peace.
Take a piece back.
No, don't do it.